We're now starting to see real fundamental changes to the way states and cities are handling the pandemic. Not only are local leaders ditching mask rules, some are also dropping vaccine requirements. Philly just lifted its vaccine mandate for indoor dining. King County, Washington, home to Seattle, plans to do the same next month. And New York State scrapped its strict mask or vax policy last week. At the same time, more companies are pushing forward with reopening plans. New York City Mayor Eric Adams encouraging more CEOs to bring the workers back to the office.
Now is the time for us to get back. And so I'm hoping within the next few weeks, the CEOs map out a real plan of this is when you need to come back. We can't send mixed messages. We can't keep kicking the can down the road. I cannot be any clearer. We need people back to work.
You tell them, Mr. Mayor. Right now, nearly every available metric shows this pandemic is going in the right direction in the United States. So is that it? I mean, was Omicron the last major surge? The experts tell us it's a nearly impossible question to answer, but we've now seen how quickly new variants can emerge and spread around the world. But this time is different. This time, there's reason to be optimistic, according to a brand new report. Researchers estimate roughly 3/4 of all Americans now have some degree of immunity to Omicron. CNBC's Meg Tirrell covers science and medicine for us. Meg, break it down, the data, how promising.
Well, Shep, it suggests that there's enough immunity that future surges could look different, and multiple experts I've run it by agree. The estimate comes from the Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation and was first reported today by the Associated Press. It takes into account all the people who've been vaccinated, boosted, and infected with any previous variant, not just Omicron. It also accounts for waning immunity from both vaccines and infections, according to epidemiologist Dr. Ali Moqtad. And this level of existing immunity suggests that future COVID waves should see less and less severe disease, meaning even if there are higher cases, there should be less of an impact on hospitals. And while this estimate is based on modeling, the CDC's own studies of antibodies from blood donors also support a high level of immunity in the population. CDC's most recent data suggests more than 90% of blood donors had antibodies from either vaccination or infection as of November. And that was before the Omicron wave even took off in the U.S. Of course, that's just blood donors, so not necessarily representative of the whole population. Still, even with these high levels of built-up immunity, that leaves millions of people still vulnerable, Dr. Moqtad tells us, either because they've never been vaccinated or infected, or because either one happened long enough ago they've lost some immunity. So what does all this mean for future boosters? Well, a lot of that depends, of course, on variants, and if any emerge that can truly escape our immune protections. This week, the CEO of Moderna suggested only those at higher risk because of age or health conditions might need annual COVID shots. Of course, as long as nothing worse than Omicron emerges. Shep?
Let's hope. Meg Tirrell, thank you.